Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
We're diving into that one, that really crucial piece of communication that you've probably got from Rudum School.
The Year 10 Work Placement Day letter.
Yeah, exactly. The one for Friday, the 10th of July, 2026. And I bet if you're a parent or carer, you're feeling that low-level hum of anxiety already.
Another thing on the to-do list. A big one.
A huge one. So our mission today is simple. We're going to show you just how manageable this is.
Absolutely. We want to strip away the noise and just focus on the essential steps.
Right.
This isn't just about bureaucracy. It's a foundational part of the school's career program.
Designed to boost confidence, right, and work readiness.
Exactly. And that boost is so necessary. We looked at a 2025 prospect survey, and it found something pretty sobering.
Oh, yeah.
1 in 6 students aged between 18 and 24 said they felt less work ready.
Wow.
Specifically because they hadn't had any real work experience earlier on. So even a single day like this one can make a huge difference.
It's a powerful investment of just one day, isn't it? Because this Year 10 placement, it's not just a one-off. It's practice.
It's the essential prep for the bigger week-long placement they'll do in Year 12.
Which is huge for university applications, for apprenticeships, everything.
Yeah.
But even more immediately, it's critical for their Year 11 applications next year.
And if you're worried about whether this can even be done, the school has a very clear track record here.
The numbers are pretty impressive.
They're phenomenal. Last year, 96% of Year 10s and a full 100% of Year 12
100%.
secured and attended an in-person work placement.
Okay, so that should give parents a lot of confidence in the process. And what's interesting, what the letter points out, is why they think they were so successful.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it all comes down to the families.
They credit that high rate, over 80% for the Year 10s, directly to the support of their families and carers.
So your role as a parent is proven to be the most effective part of this whole thing. You're not just helping, you are the engine.
It's also worth a quick mention that the school does encourage virtual work experience, too, for years 10 to 13.
Right, as a sort of extra thing. But this in-person day, the one on July 10th, that's the one with a hard deadline.
So let's get right to the heart of it. The bit that probably feels like the heaviest lift.
Finding the placement.
Finding and confirming it. The letter is very clear. That's the parent's responsibility. Now, that sounds like a lot. Does the school not provide any contacts at all?
That's a fair question, and it's a common point of stress.
Uh-huh.
The ideal scenario, of course, is that the student finds a placement with an employer that's not.
Not a family member.
Exactly, to put them in a new professional setting.
Right.
But, and this is the crucial part, the school builds in a safety net.
Okay.
They state very clearly that if a student is not quite confident to do that yet, they can absolutely go with a family member.
Ah, that's key. That changes everything.
It lowers the barrier immediately. If you're a busy parent or if your child is really nervous, the family option is the bridge that guarantees they can take part. The goal is getting them into a workplace.
Right. Any workplace.
It's a very smart, pragmatic approach. And once you have that placement sorted, whether it's with a local business or, your cousin's company, the admin side is really streamlined.
Because it's all on the Moresby platform now.
Yes, for the past 4 years. So no more chasing paper forms, thankfully.
And what if the placement is with, say, a self-employed parent?
Simple. That parent just fills out the employer section on Moresby with their own business details. The system is built for that.
Okay, so let's break down Moresby, because this is where the action is. You said 4 steps.
Just 4 core steps. And the whole thing is designed to follow health and safety executive advice, which basically says employers shouldn't face unnecessary barriers.
Good. So step 1.
Step 1 is the student, with your support, logging into Moresby. They put in their personal details and really important health info.
Like asthma or allergies, things the employer absolutely needs to know.
Precisely. That's for the risk assessment. And they add the basic placement details you've found.
Okay. Then step 2. This sounds like the bottleneck. The employer gets a link.
That's right. The system automatically emails them a link. They click it, and they just have to submit some basic info.
Which is?
They confirm they have a risk assessment ready, or they can use a template provided. And most importantly, they provide their employer's liability insurance details, the ELI.
Let's pause on ELI. That's an acronym that might just wash over people. What exactly is it, and why is it so important?
It's crucial. ELI is the proof that the business is insured against any potential injury to your child while they are on their premises. It's the formal safety net.
Of the legal protection.
It's the #1 thing the school needs to see. It confirms that if, heaven forbid, something happens, your child is protected. Chasing that number can sometimes be the trickiest part.
Good to know. Okay, so once the employer does that, step 3 comes back to the parent.
Yep. An email is automatically sent straight to you for official consent. You formally approve the placement.
And finally, step 4 is the school's final check.
Correct. Mrs. Hollinshead, the work experience coordinator, reviews the whole digital file. She either approves it and sends confirmation, or she'll get in touch if something is missing.
So that's the whole process. Student, employer, parent, school, all online.
That's the flow, designed to be quick and clear.
Okay, we've got the how. But before we move on, we have to tackle the biggest issue for parents: safety.
Of course.
Let's address it head on. The DBS check, what we used to call the CRB check, is one required for a single day.
And the definitive answer, straight from the school's letter and based on national guidance, is no.
No.
No. A DBS check is not required for a one-day work experience placement.
Okay, that is going to surprise a lot of people. It feels like a lot of trust is being placed on the parent's judgment of the employer.
It is, but there's solid legal grounding for it. This isn't just the school's policy. It's based on government guidelines. The source letter actually references the official document, Keeping Children Safe in Education 2025.
And what does that say?
Well, it all comes down to the official definition of something called regulated activity. A DBS check is needed for regulated activity with children.
And a one-day placement doesn't count as that.
Usually, no. The bar for that is when supervision of a child is frequent. So, more than 3 days in a 30-day period. Or if it's an overnight stay. Since this is just one single day, it just doesn't meet that legal standard.
So the safety mechanisms are built in elsewhere, not through an individual background check.
Exactly. That's why step 2 on Moresby, the employer step, is so vital. The safety is confirmed there.
With the risk assessment and the ELI.
Right. The employer is formally stating they have policies in place to protect children from harm. They are confirming they are ready to host a minor safely.
And it's on them to check their own insurance policies for things like minimum age and what tasks are acceptable.
It is. And one other small useful point. Unlike regular part-time work, employers don't need a special permit from the council for this 1 day of work experience.
That's good. It makes it easier for them to say yes.
It removes a layer of bureaucracy for them.
Okay, so we've covered the logistics, we've covered the safety net. Let's talk about the actual experience. What is the student doing on the day?
Well, the employer sets the actual timetable. But the student isn't just a passive observer. They have a booklet to work through.
And this booklet sounds like it turns it from just shadowing into active learning.
It does. It gets them to focus on what employers are really looking for, how recruitment actually works, different career journeys. They can fill it in during downtime or reflect on it afterwards.
But you said there's one part of the Moresby application itself that's really interesting.
Yes. And this is where you, as a parent, can have the biggest impact. It's Section 3, the learning objectives.
The goal-setting part. Why is this so important?
Because this section transforms the day. It forces your child to actually think, what do I want to get out of these 8 hours?
So it's not just about showing up.
Not at all. Are they trying to build their confidence, improve communication, see teamwork in action, understand health and safety?
And this is where you can help them focus their intention. So, for example, if they're quite shy and they choose confidence, the employer sees that.
Exactly. And a good employer will then know not to just stick them in a corner filing papers all day. They might ask them to shadow someone who deals with customers.
Or if they pick teamwork, they might get to sit in on a team meeting.
Precisely. It allows the employer to tailor the day to be far more meaningful for your child. It makes the day useful, not just observational.
I love that. The student owns their learning from the very beginning. So let's just do a quick recap of the info parents need to get from the employer before they even log on to Moresby.
Okay, this is your checklist. First, the full employer contact details. Name, email, phone number, business name.
Second, the logistics. Start and end times, the exact address, and how your child will travel there and back.
Third, and this is for safety, be ready to enter any special needs or medical conditions. This is vital for the employer's risk assessment and any adjustments they need to make.
And fourth, your own contact details for that final consent step.
And when it's all done, after the day itself, the student gets 2 really valuable things.
Okay.
An official employer evaluation, which links back to those learning objectives they set, and a certificate of achievement.
Both things they can use in future applications and interviews. A tangible record of growth.
Absolutely, which makes all this effort worthwhile. But we have to talk about the timeline.
A deadline.
The hard deadline. Confirmation and the signed reply slips must be back by Friday, the 22nd of May, 2026.
And let's be clear, this is not a soft deadline.
Not at all. The school needs that time to do all the safety checks and to chase up any issues.
They make it very clear that while they can accept applications after that date, they can't guarantee approval.
And if that happens, the process can fail.
Which leads to a very serious consequence. If the placement isn't fully approved and your child is absent from school on July 10th, it will be marked as an unauthorized absence.
Which is something everyone wants to avoid.
So hit that deadline. But what if you are struggling? What if an employer is slow to respond?
The school wants you to succeed. They provided specific people to contact for help.
That's Mrs. Hollinshead, the careers lead, Miss L. Elliott, the head of upper school, or Mr. M. Scoville, who's the head of year 10.
Don't wait till the 21st of May if you're stuck. Use those resources. They're there to help you.
We started this deep dive by saying this is all about building confidence.
That's the core purpose. It's an opportunity for real growth, and it's enabled entirely by your support.
So if your main job is just to create the space for that growth to happen, what's one small practical step you could take this week before that May 22nd deadline starts to feel really close?
It comes back to those learning objectives on Moresby. Forget the insurance details for a minute. Just sit down with your year 10 and ask them one question.
What's that?
What one skill do you want to test or improve on July 10th? Getting them to just name that goal, that is the crucial first step to a successful, approved, and truly meaningful work placement. That conversation starts now.